Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to video review for Man on Fire. It's a movie starring Denzel Washington, Dakota Fanning, Christopher Walken, and Radha Mitchell. So, as always, I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the furry. To start off the furry, there is a cute golden retriever on screen some of the time. That's about it. So, moving on. In my opinion, this movie is absolutely amazing. It was directed by Tony Scott, Ridley Scott, one of those two, and I would say that it's stylized in a good way. So, what do I mean by that? Well, I mean that Bourne Identity was amazing because of the fight sequences. And then Bourne Supremacy and Ultimatum were total garbage, in my opinion, because the camera was getting hit more than the actor, so you couldn't tell what the fuck was going on. With this one, they do a lot of I don't want to say shaky cam, but overlay cam of the camera just being a little bit jittery here, but also at the same time having that same overlay just slightly off in a couple different things. And in a way that it was clearly not just a kaleidoscope effect of the same shot. No, they were taking different cuts, either a little bit further along or a little bit different angles or sides of things. It was clear that this was an intentional way of filming that I'm sure probably added a lot of time to get all those different angles of shots and whatnot. But I thought that it was really, really good because it gave you such a sense of atmosphere and such. I think that it was maybe not a whole other character in the movie, but it definitely gave you insight into the psyche of our main character, which is Denzel Washington. And I thought that it was a really effective use of it. And all of the, not flashbacks, but the I'm going to call them audio echoes when implemented, I thought that it just super added to my understanding of what this character's thought process was, what he was thinking about, what he was doing, the why of what he was doing it, and the feelings behind it. Not just I need to do this, but the feeling of why he felt he needed to do this, that, or the other thing. So it's a technique that I think really didn't catch on, and I don't remember if Deja Vu came before or after this, but I think Deja Vu is an example of maybe not the best implementation of it, and maybe because of the difficulty of maybe how long it took to get all those different angles of things on the same activity, maybe that's why this has not been I'm going to say it's the most popular of implementation of techniques, but you know what? I don't care, because I think that just makes Man on Fire stick out even more as that amazing. And the other thing is that they never implement it during the wrong time. During any of the action scenes that they have, I can tell exactly what's going on, and I can see everything that I want to see clearly. So it doesn't inhibit that at all. So I think that this is just a phenomenal movie. I think it got decent reviews. I don't remember. I think that some people maybe didn't like the filming technique. I don't know. Let me know if you liked it down in the comments down below, if it was a filming technique style that really jived with you like it did with me, or maybe just wasn't your cup of tea. But I thought that this really worked, and I really liked it. The one, I don't want to say it's a bad thing, but it's a thing where, so Gladiator had a bunch of its music stolen and, ever so slightly changed to be used in Pirates of the Caribbean by the same composer, admittedly. And in this one, they had some of the same, Gladiator had some awesome, single melodic singer over some stuff going on, and so they borrowed a lot of that techniques. But you know what? Again, I love Gladiator, I love the first Pirates of the Caribbean, and I love this movie, so I don't mind that it reuses things, that the same composer, director, whatever, reused some of the things from his old movies, from his previous movies. I think it works, and I think other filmmakers should not be afraid to do that. But it was absolutely fantastic, and I want to say that this came out during, in my opinion, peak Denzel Washington and peak Dakota Fanning. Is it actually their peak? I don't know. I didn't track. I didn't look at their IMDb list of oh, that's when these things came out and the box office heard blah blah. No, but from my memory of what I thought was the best time for Denzel Washington's acting, this, Book of Eli, several others, and Dakota Fanning, this and Push, and a number of other movies that she's been in. I really haven't seen a whole lot of Dakota Fanning since her sister Elle Fanning took on the mantle, if you will. Really since Twilight, I haven't seen Dakota Fanning in a whole lot of things. I wish to see more of her because she was just a phenomenal actor in this one. Like, the Dakota Sans was amazing when she was yay tall and just kicking ass as an actress. Just hold her own with Denzel Washington, who is an amazing actor and did his damnedest in this. Like, it's his movie, but man, did he do awesome. And it was also nice seeing Radha Mitchell, because I really haven't seen her in much outside of Pitch Black, I think. I feel like I've seen her in a couple of things, but that's the movie that comes to mind most with her. And then Christopher Walken was also... every moment Christopher Walken is on screen in pretty much any movie, I will love watching. And I really liked his character in this one. Like, he has some of the best lines, like, from the trailer, and well, you know about the line about the masterpiece. If you haven't seen this movie yet, I don't want to spoil things for you, but essentially the gist of the storyline, without giving things away, is that Denzel Washington's character is, he's prior special forces of some kind, and he has a lot of guilt over the things that he's done and seen, so he has a drinking problem, but he's still got to work, so he gets hired on as a discount bodyguard in Mexico City that has a lot of kidnappings. And this is the story of what happens when this guy meets, Dakota Fanning, who he's protecting, and what happens from there. So, love the storyline, absolutely fantastic. All the supporting characters and all the action just totally makes sense to me. I think that it's very believable in this universe that they created, and I have really nothing bad to say about this movie. So 2 thumbs way up. Music is awesome, action's awesome, acting, script, pacing, story, just everything is phenomenal. So I really hope that you give this movie a shot if you haven't already. And that's all I have for this one. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you at the next one. Bye.